Good Wednesday morning. Today is a first alert weather day because we have the potential for large fire starts in the mountains, as we could see lightning over critically dry vegetation. And then for tomorrow, that potential could spread down into lower elevations, but it'll remain in the Cascades and upper Yakima Basin, as we're tracking the same thing, the potential for lightning over critically dry vegetation. Okay, this morning, temperatures really all over the place. 59 in the Tri-Cities, 71 in Walla Walla. Will split the difference with 66 in Pendleton, 50s and 60s up in the mountains. Your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations is going to be into the 80s and 90s as soon as lunchtime, and then 90s and triple digits at the hottest part of the day. For our lower elevations, we're going to be anywhere between 95 to 105. We'll be closer to 105 in the lower Columbia Basin. The thunderstorm and fire start potential, obviously, like we just talked about, going up for Wednesday through Friday, although the fire potential going down a little bit for Friday, and overall cooler and calmer into the weekend and the beginning of next week. Lots to talk about on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a driver going over 100 miles an hour. When confronted, he pulled a gun. The reckless confrontation that ends in handcuffs coming up next.
And a deadly shooting in Pasco with disturbing new details. We have what messages from the victim reveal about the crime.
And it's one of the most sensitive jobs in local government, and it's on your ballot. Yakima County Coroner's race, raising tough questions about trust, trauma, and transparency. What the city is looking for. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott, and we want to send it right back over to Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert, talking about a number of fires around our area this morning. You have a fire watch for us, and you're kind of going to break down kind of where it's at and what's expected right now.
Yeah, thankfully it's only 2 fires, and we only have 1 evacuation on the map. This Russell Creek fire that's burning about 10 miles to the east of Walla Walla, 10 acres, and now it is 100% contained. We did have level 3 go now evacuations in place last night, just level 2 be set evacuations really in place as a precautionary measure, but around the South Fork of Russell Creek Road and also for McKay Grade Road. So I have a feeling a little bit later this morning, the Walla Walla EOC is going to allow this to expire. Then we have that fire that was burning in Prosser, and we didn't really get many updates with this one overnight, but it was burning at the intersection of I-82, Washington 22, and Washington 221. Don't have much word still on acreage or containment, but we definitely covered this one last night. If we have any updates on any of these fires, we'll let you know a little bit later in the show.
Thank you, Josh. Turning now to new information this morning out of Kennewick. That's where a man was arrested after witnesses say he pulled a gun during a road rage incident.
It all started yesterday afternoon. Police tell us another driver told him to slow down at a red light, and that's when things quickly escalated. Police say 34-year-old Talon Amsbaugh was speeding through traffic near Columbia Center Boulevard and Clearwater Avenue, going at least 100 miles per hour. That's when a nearby driver confronted him, and that's when Amsbaugh allegedly responded by pointing a gun at him. Kennewick officers quickly tracked him down and arrested him near Clearwater and US 395. A gun was found in the car and seized for a search warrant. As of this morning, the investigation is still ongoing. Now following up in Pasco, where the friend of the woman who was found shot to death in a home last week is speaking out, and they're saying Lupita Ponce Penaloza was afraid she was being set up. According to the Pasco Police Department, investigators say hours after the shooting, the friend showed them screenshots and a video that Lupita had sent back on July 23rd. That's while she was at the home on West Marie Street. Investigators say Lupita's messages and videos show 30-year-old Jonathan Villegas with her the morning of the shooting. Her last message was sent at 2:13 a.m. A call for help came in at 2:22, saying Lupita had been shot several times. Investigators say they now believe Lupita was shot by 2 people, one of whom they believe was Villegas, and the other person has not yet been named publicly. Now, for more details on the report and other messages Lupita had sent, you can head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. 6:04 now, taking you to Yakima, where county voters have 2 candidates vying for coroner. Now, this person will investigate sudden, violent, suspicious, or unnatural deaths. Apple Valley News Now's Natalie Keller sat down with both contenders to learn more about their goals for the position.
Current Chief Deputy Coroner Marshall Slight and Funeral Home General Manager Dan Williams are on the campaign trail to serve the final year of former coroner Jim Curtis's term. Slight has been running the office since September, when Curtis left due to legal troubles. One of Slight's biggest goals for the position is about restoration of the office.
Just getting the trust back from the community.
Slight's been working in the coroner's office since 2009. He says his experience will serve him well in the role.
My phone's always on and I answer it. Doesn't matter what time, day, night. So we're there for everybody, not just certain people, but for everybody.
Slight also has a challenger for the office. Williams comes in with 14 years of funeral home experience that he hopes will help him in the position.
While Williams says he also wants to regain public trust, another goal is to increase staffing at the coroner's office to improve their mental health and work-life balance.
I don't want to make the office administrative, or I don't want to raise people's taxes. I'm not scared to go out and do the job myself.
Williams also emphasized compassion in the role.
In that office, it's somebody, not just a body. It's somebody's loved one.
After the August primary election, the candidates will face each other again in November. From Yakima, Natalie Keller, Apple Valley News Now.
And the last day to cast your vote for these candidates is August 5th. You can submit your ballot in person or through the mail. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we have an Apple Valley News Now investigation.
We're starting to get answers to some of our questions after the basketball brawl between Pasco and Hanford High Schools in February. Now, you've seen the initial fight between players that is on your screen right now, and new information that goes against what many told us they saw is coming out now. And that fight was only part of the story.
So tonight, we'll show you 2 more fights involving fans in never-before-seen video. You'll also learn why police believe that this clash actually started before the first punches were even thrown.
So be sure to join us tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
And still ahead here today, this morning on Apple Valley News Now, coming up, 13 times stronger than morphine and sold over the counter. FDA moving to ban a potent byproduct that can be found at your local gas station.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Starting at $4.49, you can get 1, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. I offer negotiable commission, 100% free staging, and top-notch marketing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression. As you wish.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During July, Chevy drives America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with around $8,000 in total value. That's 15% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers.
Home isn't just a place. It's how you feel on the way there. At Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, dream days are here, and so is your moment to move up to first-class comfort. Premium doesn't have to mean overpriced. Experience the 2025 GLS with low 1.99% financing, because extraordinary should never be out of reach. Bold, confident, unmistakably Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, your way home.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Offices. For over 30 years, our professional team has worked hard to protect public safety in the Tri-Cities and surrounding areas. We all live and work right here and contribute regularly to our community.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The National Weather Service in Pendleton has issued a red flag warning for the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin. This goes from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And personally, I wish they would have issued one for the Blue Mountains as well, because I'm not underselling the lightning or the fire potential there. Also, a heat advisory in place for lower elevations, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Yeah, folks, it's going to be toasty out there. So for today, where we don't have thunderstorm chances, we'll see mostly sunny skies and high temperatures that'll be about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. In general, between 101 to 104 for the lower Columbia Basin, but around 100 in the valleys, around 100 for the foothills as well. And then for tonight, kind of the same thing, where we don't have thunderstorm chances. That's where it's going to be mostly clear, and it will be mild/warm, 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 50s in the Cascades, 50s and 60s in the Blues. Let's put all this into motion with Futurecast. We'll show this for the next couple days, and it's going to look like splatter paint at times, but into this afternoon and evening, you see some action in the Blues and the Cascades, maybe a few leftover showers overnight, and then into tomorrow morning. That's when Futurecast is saying all this becomes a little bit more widespread, but especially into tomorrow afternoon and evening. That's when I think that's probably when we're going to see our best chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms. So I'll put actual percentages to these chances. I'll parse it out a little bit more, and I'll show you the vegetation dryness and the fire start potential. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 11 minutes after 6 in your health headlines this morning. The Trump administration sounding the alarm on addictive substances that are used by millions of Americans.
These potent products, including what's called gas station heroin, are readily available all across the country.
Now RFK Jr. is moving to limit access. Rhiannon Ali has more on this.
In an effort to prevent the next opioid crisis, the FDA has announced a plan to restrict a substance that experts say is 13 times more potent than morphine. The compound, commonly referred to as 7-OH, is a synthetic concentrated byproduct of the kratom plant and can be found in tablets, gummies, drink mixes, and shots sold at gas stations and convenience stores.
Scientifically, by definition, it is an opioid, and yet it is sold in vape stores, in smoke shops, in convenience stores, and gas stations.
7-OH has been commonly used for pain relief and anxiety or as a stimulant. The administration is recommending classifying it as a controlled substance, saying you can become addicted to it in just days. In making the announcement, Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. spoke about his own 14-year addiction to heroin.
This compulsion was absolutely impervious to my will. And part of the problem was just the availability.
The FDA has been confronting a growing number of dangerous products lining store shelves, including other unregulated supplements that have opioid-like effects, sometimes called gas station heroin. Kennedy saying the wide availability of these drugs could lead to a national crisis.
And they're marketed for children. They're gummy bears. They're bright colors. They're candy flavored. This is really a sinister industry.
The FDA has notified healthcare professionals, warning them about the danger of 7-OH.
We're keeping a close eye on this one, so be sure to stay with us as we continue to follow the story and any updates that we can bring you.
All right, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbreth is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. That is right after the break in just a few minutes.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Good news, you still get to eat. Join us August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Moxie City Park for the Moxie Hop Festival. 3 magical days of awesome food, local vendors, a legendary 21-plus beer garden, live music, kids games, the Saturday pancake breakfast, fun run, and of course, the famous parade at 10 a.m. Bring your friends and family to celebrate community pride all weekend long. It's not just fun, it's Moxie magic at this year's Moxie Hop Festival. Visit evcea.org.
Your Tri-City Dust Devils are still basking in the glory of the boat races and playing as the Columbia River Rooster Tails all weekend long. Friday, August 1st is a family feast night with special prices on select food and drinks thanks to Yoke's Fresh Market. And Saturday, August 2nd, we'll all enjoy a post-game fireworks show thanks to Teamsters Local 839. For tickets, head to the official site, DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold? Should we outsource? What do you think? Think.
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No. That's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Before our service would be in and out, we wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Tonight, see our exclusive investigation with new police reports and never-before-seen video of February's basketball brawl between Pasco and Hanford High Schools. Plus, what happened after the fight. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Spend the dog days of summer with Kelly and Mark.
We brought our dog to work today.
Say hi to Lena.
Next live, Christine Baranski plus Mamie Gummer.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Indiana battles the storm live from Seattle Sunday at noon on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a first alert weather day for today as we could see the potential for large fires in both of our mountain ranges as there's the potential for lightning over critically dry vegetation. And it's actually going to be a significant level of dryness in the upper Yakima Basin, but when we see reds and purples galore on this map, that is not good. Here are the precip chances for today, at least before 5 p.m. 10 to 30% thunderstorm chances in the Cascades, 10 to 20% for the Blues. After 5 p.m., there could be some leftover showers, but I think the thunderstorm potential for the most part is going to go down. Okay, for tomorrow, another first alert weather day for Thursday and Thursday night. This time, the potential for large fires still in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, but spreading down into the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills. It's going to be for the same thing, lightning over critically dry vegetation. Now, thankfully, we're not going to be as hot for tomorrow, so vegetation dryness overall is going to go down, but still critically dry for a good chunk of the region. Then you factor in some of the chances for lightning and thunder. 10 to 30% chances for the valleys in Cascades, 10 to 40% for the foothills and for the Blues. That's before 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., much more widespread thunderstorm chances. I'd say mostly between 40 to 60%. Also, after 2 p.m. for tomorrow, the wind gust's going to start to pick up. Could be especially windy in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those peak gusts around 35 miles per hour. But the biggest fire risk is going to come from the lightning potential. Now, for Friday, trending even cooler. So vegetation dryness going down even more, just down to elevated for the most part. But that is not going to stop thunderstorm chances. Anywhere between 40 to 60% on Friday before 5 p.m., at least for the foothills and for the Blues. Elsewhere, about 20 to 40%, I would say. So to see specific thunderstorm chances and timing in your neck of the woods, you can download the First Alert Weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Thankfully, we are trending calmer as we head into the weekend and for the beginning of next week. Also, looks like we are trending cooler on top of that. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs around 100 today and tomorrow. Then thunderstorm chances go up Thursday night into Friday. In Yakima, near 100 degrees Wednesday. Then watching the lightning and fire risk closely for Thursday. Thunderstorms could continue into Friday too. In Ellensburg, also close to the century mark today. Cooler but thunderstorm chances going up into Thursday and Friday. The cooler weather Friday should limit the fire potential. For Hermiston, between 100 to 105 Wednesday. Cooler with thunderstorm chances going up Thursday night into Friday. And then for Walla Walla, also watching some very active weather for the next couple days.
I'm ready for the heat to be gone. And you think with these storms it'd go down a little bit more, but temperature's still looking pretty high.
It's still going down, though. We're going to be down into the 80s next week.
I know. I'm going to have to pull out my sweaters.
Is it your sweaters? Oh, no, I'll pull out the sweaters, yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Inside here, it's always
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, just how I'm going to feel.
Sure.
I'm going to be chilly when it's 80.
Because you like it when it's 105.
I do like the heat.
Right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Cool. I'm a rare breed, I'm sure. Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The Prince of Darkness has taken his final bow, now being laid to rest. Coming up, thousands of fans mourning in the streets as we say goodbye to Ozzy Osbourne. That's coming up in your entertainment headlines after the break.
During the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary, or get 60 months no interest. The back-to-school sale on now at Furniture Row.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Right now, US Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1-hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
I'm Susan Alatrico. I don't advocate for any other professional than Mr. Breck. Over the years, I've come to know him as trustworthy, competent, and respected by his opponents. Don't trust your case with providers or representatives who do not have a wealth of experience.
During the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary, or get 60 months no interest. The back-to-school sale on now at Furniture Row.
The basketball brawl that shocked our community. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
6:22, welcome back in your entertainment headlines this morning. Mama, he's coming home.
A funeral procession for music legend Ozzy Osbourne will be held in his hometown of Birmingham, England today. The city is honoring Osbourne with the final ride through town.
The procession will culminate at the Black Sabbath bench and bridge, where fans have been leaving messages and flowers. The Crazy Train singer died July 22nd at 76 years old following years of health struggles.
Osbourne's death came weeks after he reunited with his Black Sabbath bandmates in Birmingham for a concert. Yes, there are just thousands of people lining the streets right now. There's live streams of the procession and everything going on as we speak.
Yeah,
and
just a huge star.
Everyone coming out to pay their respects, yeah.
And in other entertainment news this morning, some action off screen for one of Hollywood's most iconic stars.
Chilean authorities have recovered 6 stolen watches belonging to actor Keanu Reeves, including a Rolex worth nearly 10 grand.
Him owning 6 Chilean watches sounds just very Keanu Reeves. But the watches were stolen from his Los Angeles home during a string of high-profile burglaries back in December. After a police raid in Chile, officials confirmed the watches were turned over to the FBI.
And Reeves himself identified them, including an engraved piece, as his own.
FBI is now working to return the items to Reeves, who's known for his roles, of course, in The Matrix and John Wick.
He must have taken the red pill again. Or we took the blue pill and should have not cared about it, you know?
Here we are. I know. But, you know, there was a number of homes.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrity homes that were hit over that span. And it's
still getting hit.
It's wild to see where some of these pieces are starting to be recovered.
I know.
Beyonce got heisted, and all the athletes, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Macklemore. I know.
So many.
Wild times.
Stop stealing.
Yeah.
Be nice.
There it is right there.
That's the motto.
Stop stealing.
The more you know.
All right, 624 is still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A last-minute lifeline for Prosser schools. The surprise funding that saved jobs, but leaders say it might not be a long-term fix. We have details on that coming up after the break.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up. Because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection now at Furniture Row.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During July, Chevy drives America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with around $8,000 in total value. That's 15% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers.
Save now with 3 weeks of savings in Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Fran's half loaves of bread are 2 for $3. Seattle's best ground coffee is just $5.44. World Kitchen's 16-ounce beef jerky is $5 off. Bi-Mart Owner's Choice 30-roll bath tissue and 12-roll paper towels are just $19.99. And Rustler regular fit jeans are just $12.99. Save now with store-wide 3-week savings at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
What are we at? Break it down. Break it down.
Okay, being interrogated real quick here. All right, yesterday
curious.
Went with a forecast high of 99 in Pasco Tri-Cities, it verified at 97. So now where we're at is $225.
225.
Thank you so much again to our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel for sponsoring our 3-degree guarantee. Now for today, going with a much toastier forecast high of 102 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 99 to 105, the jackpot's going to hit 250. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, we do have a couple different first alert weather days over the next couple days. The one for today for the potential for large fires in both of our mountain ranges. There's going to be lightning, at least the potential for lightning over critically dry vegetation. Then for Thursday and Thursday night, this potential going to spread down into lower elevations, the Yakima Valley, the Kittitas Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, the Blue Foothills. It's going to be for the same thing, the potential for lightning for critically dry vegetation. Here's how to prepare your home. Create that defensible space, have an evacuation plan, stay informed, listen to alerts and updates, especially from yours truly at Apple Valley News Now, and pack a go bag. Specifically, if you're placed under a level 2 BSET evacuation, and that would apply to those of you in Walla Walla County who are under that for the Russell Creek fire. Temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s this morning for lower elevations, 50s up in the Cascades, 60s in the Blues. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, mid-80s around 10, around 90 at lunchtime, and then up into the triple digits for the hottest part of the day. So yeah, it's going to be a toasty one, and I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this toasty forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much. We start this half hour of news with a crime alert. After 28 years, an arrest has been made in the murder case of 13-year-old Anna Palaio.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells you what this means for Anna's family and how authorities got the big break.
Thanks to DNA advancements, an arrest has been made in a 28-year-old cold case that will now help it get one step closer to being solved. According to the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, 13-year-old Anna Palaio was last seen calling for a ride in the parking lot of her family's Pasco apartment. The next morning, Anna's body was found along Taylor Flats Road near Pasco. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she later died. Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond says he remembers the case from when he was a Pasco police officer, and that he's confident the case is on its way to being solved.
There were some obstacles that were put in front of us, but we just chose to ignore those obstacles and do what's right for the family and for the victim, and that's where we end up with the arrest today.
Thanks to advancements in DNA testing, Raymond says his office was able to put together enough pieces of the puzzle to make an arrest. And on Monday morning, detectives took Jesse Castillo into custody in the Yakima Valley. Sheriff Raymond says DNA tested from Anna's clothes and an object that was nearby pointed them to Castillo and another man, Jose Silva. Silva died of an overdose in 2018 outside of a Yakima convenience store. The sheriff's office described both men as acquaintances of Anna's and were persons of interest early on in the case. With an arrest made, Anna's family is grateful for her case to finally be close to getting solved.
We never gave up hope that this would come to justice. I know we have a long road ahead, but we're looking forward to finally getting justice for Anna Palaio.
Sheriff Raymond says it's rare for cold cases to be solved and that an arrest is a key step towards achieving justice.
So in this instance, just from getting to be at the right place at the right time, getting to see everything unfold and some sort of closure that take place, it's huge. Yeah.
Sheriff Raymond also says that he feels good about the evidence that his office has collected for the case. Reporting from Franklin County, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And Castillo is being held at the Franklin County Corrections Facility in Pasco.
And his next court date is set for August 12th. We'll continue to keep you updated and track of the story. Turning now to education news, the Prosser School District is facing some uncertainty when it comes to federal funding for the next school year. On July 18th, Prosser and some neighboring districts in the Lower Valley announced they weren't expecting federal funding for the 2025 to 2026 school year. That funding typically supports programs like professional development and after-school tutoring, but late last Friday, the state superintendent informed several school districts, including Prosser, that some federal dollars would be distributed, though it's still unclear on how much or when. Superintendent Kim Casey says any potential funding cuts won't impact all districts the same way.
This is a really difficult topic for anyone. And it's hard to believe that a district 10 miles away or a district 100 miles away or across the country, all of us manage our budgets differently. And so to say it's going to impact every district the same way is a false.
Prosser has until August 31st to finalize its budget for the upcoming school year.
6:33. It was a big weekend for some furry friends in the Tri-Cities. PetSmart in Kennewick held an adoption event that turned out to be one of the most successful in the store's history.
So the event took place Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. as part of PetSmart Charity's annual Adoption Week. More than 100 animals were adopted, a number that puts the Kennewick store in the top 5% of PetSmart locations nationwide.
Store officials say they didn't expect such a big turnout, especially with so many other events happening in the area.
Some concerns because there were so many events going on in town, but the Tri-Cities community turned out and we helped find homes for over 100 pets here at our store.
Wow. If you're thinking about adopting or know someone who is, you can head over to AppleValleyNewsNow.com for more details on how you can give a pet a new home.
And speaking of adoption, Operation Best Friend is all about giving every pup a shot at a forever home. And today we're meeting Bernie,
I love you, Bernie.
Corky mama who's ready to start a new chapter. Cuteness overload warning in effect. It's all coming up after the break.
Giving you a live look outside this morning from our camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. It is 6:35. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert forecast.
Indiana battles the storm. Indiana battles the storm live from Seattle Sunday at noon on Apple Valley News Now.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social. We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Like most people, my days are nonstop. When I'm working, I need to stay focused, not worried about my finances. That's why I went looking for a bank that makes managing my money effortless. Apple was exactly what I needed. Helpful people with easy-to-use tools. Now, I spend less time stressing about money and more time doing the things I enjoy. Where do you credit union?
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Initiate re-entry.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too.
Touchdown.
Also, your family's free too. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Tonight, see our exclusive investigation with new police reports and never-before-seen video of February's basketball brawl between Pasco and Hanford High School. Plus, what happened after the fight. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Spend the dog days of summer with Kelly and Mark.
We brought our dog to work today.
Say hi to Lena.
Next Live, Christine Baranski plus Mamie Gummer.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Folks, it is going to be a toasty one out there for today as we're going to be in the mid-80s up towards Snoqualmie Pass, around 100 in Ellensburg, 103 for Vantage. A little bit breezy out this way, gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Also tracking some thunderstorm chances in both the Cascades and Blues, and that could pose a fire start risk. Then in the Yakima Valley, highs between 100 to 102, also a little bit breezy here. Should be mostly sunny skies across the map. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, between 100 to 104. This is about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. And the Blue Foothills, mostly 90s and triple digits. We're going to be, where we do touch 100, we're going to be closer to 100 as opposed to 105, and then 80s and 90s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. And this is also where we'll track about a 10 to 20% chance of some lightning for today. So again, watching that lightning potential very closely, as the vegetation dryness for today is going to span between critically dry to significantly dry. But here's maybe what could be the saving grace. So here's some of the rainfall totals we're thinking from Thursday and Friday, which are going to be the most active days, anywhere between 0.1 to 0.3 inches of rainfall up in the mountains. So the million-dollar question is, will this be enough rainfall to tamp down the fire potential? And we'll just have to see how it pans out.
All right, that music means it's time to shine some light on puppies that are searching for their forever home. It's Operation Best Friend time, and today's feature has a whole lot of heart in a small package.
Yeah, Bernie is a corgi who came from a pretty tough situation, but she's getting a fresh start thanks to Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue.
She's learning how to be a dog, and now she's ready to find a family who will love her for life.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue is back with Operation Best Friend. And all month long, we've been showing you big dogs. So today we brought you something a little special, our Corgi Mama. Bernie is an approximately 4-year-old Welsh Pembroke Corgi. She came to us in March after her person died and left behind 20-plus dogs in what we think may have been a puppy mill, but definitely was not the ideal situation for a dog. This was in Moses Lake, so Grant County contacted some local area rescues, including Mikey's, to see if they could take some of the dogs because several of them were pregnant, including Bernie. So we took Bernie in, and after about 10 days, she gave birth to 5 gorgeous puppies. 2 of them are been selected to be service peace warrior dogs and are currently undergoing training. So now it's Bernie's chance to find her forever home. She's kind of growing into a dog. Having been in a puppy mill, she wasn't as socialized as probably we would have liked, but she is definitely leash trained and appears to be well potty trained and is enjoying life as it goes. We're not quite sure about toys, but she does obviously get along with other dogs, and cats are undetermined. If you would like to adopt or foster Bernie, or just want more information, contact Mikey's Chance and we'll be happy to help you. Bernie would be a great best friend, because as we all know, nothing is better as a best friend than a mama.
Look at him
I know, I am kind of obsessed.
You kind of need her.
I kind of have a few other things going on. But I know Bernie's so cute. Watching her run with her
She'll get
legs.
adopted really quick.
She has to.
Get on it quick if you need
I know. Bernie needs a home, and it could be yours. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Giving you a live look outside this morning from our Apple Valley studio in Kennewick. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth back with your full first alert forecast as we make our way towards the weekend.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
The future of golf is at Wild Horse Resort and Casino as the Epson Tour Road to the LPGA Tournament is stopping in Pendleton for the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic. The event returns this summer, August 11th through 17th at Wild Horse Golf Course. Join us on the greens as over 140 golfers from around the world compete to join the LPGA. Tickets are on sale now, but Club Wild members get a free 3-day pass. Get yours now at wildhorseresort.com or the Wild Horse app. The Epson Tour at Wild Horse Resort and Casino Pendleton.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Bruce Heating and Air technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers can get 4.9% APR for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado HD pickups when you finance with GM Financial. See your community Chevy dealers.
My name is Michael McDonald. I am a stomach doctor or a gastroenterologist. I'm also a hepatologist, so I do the liver and then the gut and the pancreas. The colonoscopy is something that we do on a daily basis. We think it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and once you're done, you're going to say, oh, that was no big deal. We find early colon cancer. It's curable. It's easily curable, and I mean really curable.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
iPhone.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
The basketball brawl that shocked our community. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is a first alert weather day as we'll have the potential for large fires in both for mountain ranges, and then also, of course, the potential is going to result from lightning over critically dry vegetation. But it's not just going to be critically dry for today, also significantly dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin. So that's no good. And this is no good. On top of that, 10 to 20% chances for thunderstorms in the Blues, about 10 to 30% chances of thunderstorms in the Cascades. That's before 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., looks like we could have some leftover showers, but for the most part, the thunderstorm potential is going to go down. But it's going to resurge for Thursday and Thursday night, as we'll have the potential for large fires for lower elevations spreading down into the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills, also in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, kind of tracking the same thing. Now, thankfully, we're going to be a little bit cooler for tomorrow, so the vegetation dryness is going to go down overall, but still critically dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin and for our lower elevations. And at this point, thunderstorm chances a little bit more widespread, between 10 to 30% in the Cascades, between 10 to 40% in the Blues. That's before 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., chances across the map, you average it out about 40%. And so, again, that on top of the vegetation that we just talked about, we could see several lightning fires. And then after 2 p.m. for tomorrow, that's when the wind gusts are going to pick up. Some of those peak gusts could be around 35 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. For Friday, trending even cooler, so the vegetation trending even less dry, still elevated, but this is not going to hinder the thunderstorm chances. They'll be between 40 to 60% for the foothills and Blues, between 20 to 40% to the west of there. Now, to see specific time frames for precip chances and timing in your neck of the woods, you can download the First Alert Weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Thankfully, as we head into this weekend, trending calmer. Also, we will trend cooler, not just into this weekend, but also for the start of next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs around 100 today and tomorrow. Then thunderstorm chances go up Thursday night into Friday. In Yakima, near 100 degrees Wednesday. Then watching the lightning and fire risk closely for Thursday. Thunderstorms could continue into Friday, too. In Ellensburg, also close to the century mark today. Cooler, but thunderstorm chances going up into Thursday and Friday. The cooler weather Friday should limit the fire potential overall, but it's not going to go down to 0. In Hermiston, between 100 to 105 Wednesday. Cooler with thunderstorms thunderstorm chances going up Thursday night into Friday. And finally, for Walla Walla, very active weather over the next couple days. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, never-before-seen footage of convicted murderer Bryan Kohberger at a traffic stop in Idaho just 3 months before he killed University of Idaho students Kaylee Consalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you? No. That's no good.
Kohberger was pulled over driving his Hyundai Elantra in the town of Moscow where the murders happened. Initially stopped for speeding, the officer decides to cite Kohberger for not wearing a seatbelt.
And just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. You honestly go back and look at that, or do this?
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the latest in this case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
No application fee if you apply by September 3rd at University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited university that has transformed adult lives for more than 75 years. You're not waiting to win. You're ready to succeed again at umgc.edu.
When the island speaks.
Tiki bar.
Water slides.
Big pool. And hammock.
It's time to escape to the Great Life. Ah, now this is the Great Life on the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. A powerful 8.8 magnitude earthquake off of Russia's east coast has triggered tsunami warnings across the Pacific. Here in the Northwest, coastal areas in Washington and Oregon are under advisories. Officials saying waves could impact shorelines for hours. The quake is one of the strongest ever recorded. It sent waves to Japan, Hawaii, and Alaska, and evacuations are underway in several countries. Emergency officials urge anyone near the coast to stay alert and be ready to move to higher ground if warnings escalate.
In your business headlines this morning at 6:51, the Trump administration's trade agreements with several countries are helping Americans feel somewhat more confident about the economy's health and its future. The conference board reports consumer confidence climbed 2 points this month to a reading of 97.2. The reading shows people's attitudes about the economy have stabilized after deteriorating sharply during the spring. Since then, the administration has said it has brokered trade agreements with 7 countries.
In your health headlines, an updated study is suggesting that dramatic lifestyle changes may fight early-stage Alzheimer's disease and in some cases even begin to reverse it. The study involved an extended program of intensive lifestyle changes, including diet, exercise, stress levels, and social interactions. It shows more intensive changes may potentially stop or begin to reverse cognition decline in many who already have Alzheimer's disease.
6:52, talking sports this morning in Iowa. WNBA star Caitlin Clark returning home to Des Moines to give back to the community. On Monday, Clark donated backpacks and school supplies to students at McCombs Middle School. The 23-year-old also unveiled a new outdoor basketball court that was funded by her foundation and a local lighting company. This marks the second year Clark has hosted the event, and she says the city means a lot to her, and she's always happy to come back. 6:53 in your morning sprint, the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. We've learned that a Pasco woman who was shot to death last week may have known something was wrong. A friend of Lupita Ponce Penlosa told police that she was afraid that she was being set up. Investigators say Lupita sent a message and a video just after 2 a.m. showing 30-year-old Jonathan Villegas with her. Well, less than 10 minutes later, she was found shot multiple times. Police believe that 2 people were involved in the shooting and the killing of Lupita, and only Villegas has been identified.
In Kennewick, a man is arrested after reportedly pointing a gun during a road rage incident. Police say 34-year-old Talon Amsbaugh was speeding at over 100 miles per hour before another driver told him to slow down. That's when Amsbaugh allegedly pulled a gun. Officers arrested him shortly after and also seized the weapon.
And a Richland man will serve 25 years in prison for the death of his infant son. Jose Rosas Olivo pleaded guilty to homicide by abuse after police say he repeatedly injured his baby, who died at just 6 weeks old.
In Yakima County, 2 candidates are running to serve as coroner for the final year of Jim Curtis's term. Chief Deputy Marshall Slight is one of them, and he says his focus is on restoring trust and being on call for families in need. Funeral home manager Dan Williams is the other candidate, and he's emphasizing compassion and mental health support for staff.
And finally, meet Bernie, a sweet 4-year-old corgi looking for her forever home. She came from a rough situation. She's since raised 5 puppies, 2 of which are now being trained as service dogs. Bernie's leash trained, potty trained, and ready to be someone's best friend. You can adopt or foster her through Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue. We love you, Bernie. All right, 6:54, taking a look at what's trending this morning. A 28-year-old Pennsylvania man is celebrating 5 years of eating Chick-fil-A every day.
Okay, hey, bestie.
Hashtag goals,
right? So, of course, all days except for Sundays when the chain restaurant is closed.
Why don't they just order 2 meals on Saturday and eat one on Sunday?
Sometimes I do that.
Think about it, man.
We got to be friends.
That's like
I'll
2
let them know.
steps ahead, right?
Think about it.
Well, Chick-fil-A has become a constant in Dan Limbuan's life, from birthdays to graduations.
He loves it so much, he collects handmade memorabilia and official merch, and he even got a tattoo to commemorate his half-a-decade streak.
Wow. So Limbuan says he has no plans of stopping anytime soon.
He's planning on traveling abroad as Chick-fil-A begins opening up locations outside the U.S.
Okay, I have a lot of questions, though, about this.
I think Chick-fil-A needs to contact him and put him in a commercial or something.
He definitely needs to be in an ad.
And if we're best friends, then me too.
100%.
And give us free Chick-fil-A.
Yes. And I want to know, is it just 1 meal a day that he eats? Does he eat all his meals?
Right,
Because they have a great breakfast burrito. Does he order the
Chicken
same thing
minis,
every
chicken
time,
biscuit.
Or does he switch it up?
There are a lot of options.
Figure a lot of this out.
And Chick-fil-A's whole ad campaign is like people giving testimonials about how much they love, like the thing about the
usually the cows,
yeah, the thing about the chicken sandwiches. So get him on there.
Right? Yeah,
I agree.
More chicken.
Okay, get us out the door this morning. It's going to be another toasty one.
It is going to be very hot this morning. Is the best it's going to feel all day. 59 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 60s and 70s for the rest of our lower elevation spots. Your hour-by-hour forecast is going to be up around 90 as soon as lunchtime, then into the triple digits at the hottest part of the day. So for today, about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Some portions of the basin could be dangerously close to 105. So the bottom line for the forecast, 95 to 105 for lower elevations for today. The thunderstorm and fire risk going up Wednesday through Friday, although the fire risk is going to be a little bit lower on Friday because it'll be a little bit wetter and cooler and calmer overall as we head into the weekend and next week. But these first alert weather days, one for today, for the Blues and the Cascades, tracking that potential for lightning over critically dry vegetation. And then for tomorrow, this is going to be the big day, tomorrow and tomorrow night, the potential for large fires, not just in the Cascades, but this time into the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the Lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills, tracking the same thing, the potential for lightning for critically dry vegetation.
Stay safe out there.
Yes.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We'll be back tonight with your local news at 5 and 6.
Have a great day.